Hello everyone, this is part 2 of the Hair Fairies from Blubbers and Sicksters by Jamie Ricks. Here we go. I don't like secrets, beamed his sister. I love 'em. He pulled her onto his lap and whispered into her ear. There was a gift to you from the Hair Fairies. I know that, he said. So far, so true. And these fairies are fun-loving creatures. Real practical jokers. Really? He said as the truth started to bend. Oh yes, he declared authoritatively. It upsets them when they never see you having fun with your gift. I mean, they don't want me to brush my hair, or wash it, or cream it, or do anything boring to make it look nicer. His tongue flicked in his mouth like a wily serpent. Would you like to do some hairdressing? With a difference. If it will please the Hair Fairies, she said. Oh, it will. He reassured her, adding darkly, but only if you promise to say that you did. Union as an sure that she'd understood. Say what I did what? That I did what? Whatever is what we do, or to have fun, squealed Hemsock. Look, I can help you, but I can't tell anyone that I did. And if I do, then the Hair Fairies will kill you. Kill me? Stone dead with a bullet. Moon Unit's bottom lip wobbled. Chin up, cried her big brother. It hasn't happened yet. And if I don't tell anyone that you had a hand in it, she asked bravely, then the Hair Fairies will laugh at your joke, said Hemsock, and will give you even more beautiful hair to reward you for the fun you brought into your lives. Moon Unit scratched her nose. Hair Fairies are complicated creatures, she said. Not when you know them as well as I do, lied Hemsock. Shall we have some fun and play hairdressers? Not realizing the danger, Moon Unit slipped her hand into her big brother's and trustingly followed him into the garden. He laid her on the lawn and rinsed her hair in some smelly green water from a watering can. Before rubbing him in copious amounts of mud starts. Having fun? He inquired. Sort of, she said doubtfully. Then she sat her up to that he could give her a special place. Only they weren't plaids. They were knots. Big wet knots. Pulled tight to cause his sister maximum pain. Ow! She yelled. That's hurting! Fun always does, he smirked. Don't move. I know just the thing to take a pain away. He ran into the kitchen, took a plate out of the fridge, and returned to the garden. Cold mash and beans, he said, upturning the plate onto her head and rubbing last night's supper onto her hair until all the tomato sauce had been absorbed. How's that? Cool, she whimpered. And what you need is some piping hot custard! He squeaked gleefully, jumping to his feet and rushing back indoors to use the microwave. Half an hour later, Moon Unit was unrecognizable. It looked like a giant ogre with an unstoppable tummy jug had thrown over her head. Who's got the most beautiful hair now? Snickered Hemsock under his breath as his mother danced to the garden, trailing a pig veil. Who did this? She wailed when she saw her daughter's head. Hemsock showed his daughter a piercing stare and shouted the words, Fairies! I did, he said proudly. And because she was now 4 and old enough to know better, her mother believed her. In a fury, she turned the hose on her trifle-headed daughter, then banished her to her bedroom. Moon Unit left the garden howling. I tried to stop her, but she wouldn't listen, said Hemsock innocently. I thought you probably had, said his mother. You're a good boy. I am, aren't I? Said Hemsock. So you do love me. Of course I do, his mother said distractedly as she headed back indoors. More than moon unit, called the boy, but his mother was already weeping in the kitchen and did not reply. Hemstock was not satisfied with his reaction. He had expected Moon Unit to be thrown out of the house and sent to live in the pigsty, or even better, with foster parents. Clearly messing up the hair was not enough. Moon Unit was the fully far from grace, leaving Hemstock Sock is the favorite child once again. He would need to go further, much further. If Unit's hair was beautiful, then Moon Unit's hair had to go. 10 minutes later, when Hemstock crept into his sister's bedroom, he had a pair of scissors in hand. "How are you doing?" he asked sympathetically. His sister was lying in a puddle of snorting tears on the bed. "Not good," she sobbed. "You'll be much better when I tell you this," he said, sitting down next to her like her only true friend in the world. "The hair fairies appeared in the garden just after you left. They told me what I thought the messing over the hair was." Moon Unit's face brightened up, but he went on. "Although they thought it was a first good effort, they didn't think you'd gone far enough." "How much further can I go?" panted his sister. He produced the scissors from behind his back. "Snip, snip! All off! All off! I know you'd be grateful," said Hemstock. "Now remember, for the hair fairies to give you even more beautiful hair as a reward for giving them a laugh." "It was you! Or did it?" "But what about Mummy and Daddy?" asked the girl. "Wouldn't they be cross?" "Not when they see your new hair, even more lustrous and beautiful than before. They'll thank you." Moon Unit wasn't sure at all, so her big brother made up her mind for her. He grabbed a handful of hair, tugged her roughly towards him, and ignored her shriek. Snipped off the first clump. "There's no going back now," he yelled as the blade swooped and flashed and exposed the pinkness of her scalp. Hearing their daughter scream, the heavy lord and his fifth wife burst into the bedroom. The first thing they saw was their daughter's hair on the floor, and the scissors in her hand. What have you done?" roared the heavy lord. "Cut off my hair," she sobbed, despite the fact that lying did not come easy to her. Moonion remained loyal to her brother, more than she could be said to him. "Oh, Moon Unit," he cried. "What a naughty daughter she is. Don't you think, Daddy?" But the heavy lord was not convinced by what he said. "If you were cutting off your own hair, why were you crying out for help?" he asked. Moon Unit had not anticipated this question and could not think of a reply. "She was not crying out for help," taunted Hemstock. "She was crying out for help! Send me for help! For what am I doing to my hair?" he cried, mimicking Union's voice. "Oh, bad Moon, leave the house and never come back. Be gone, you naughty hair chopper. I need to return to parents of now." In the face of such bad face betrayal, even Moon Unit had to break her promise. "But you told me to!" she howled, drawing a startled look of panic from her brother. You don't mean that, he asked, he said quickly. Yes, I do, bellowed his boss sister. You made me do it. You did it when I wasn't ready. Me? He exclaimed. You lying wretch. She's trying to blame me. Daddy, I wasn't even here. The heavy lord grabbed his son's head and turned him over. So what is this black doing on your fingernails? Hemstock tried to bluff it out. I've been stroking a horse's tail, he said boldly. Since when did we keep horses? Asked the dwarf. It's a lie, said the heavy lord. Because he's jealous of his sister's hair. No, he cried, but he was. And the silence that followed continued. Did I not tell you, hissed his dwarf, that if you sullied the hair fairy's gift, they would take their revenge? Yes, you did, replied the Hemstock recklessly. Like I'm really scared of a fairy. You should be, said his mother. I'll read the rest of the story tomorrow. Like, subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell right across where it's uploads, and I'll see you next time. Bye!